Yo, what up, famous crash out gang, man? We got another crash out today. Cardi B and JT, they're going back and forth to see whose boyfriend is the most homosexual. This is crazy argument, but see what 2025 brings us. So basically, I explained in a recent video that Cardi B, she has been with Stefon Diggs, and they have announced that they're having a baby as well. But Cardi B recently dropped an album, and she had a diss track for JT lined up on one of the songs. And tell me why around the same time, a man named Blake Griffith has done an interview coming out about Stefon Diggs, Cardi B's new boyfriend. And the allegations is that Stefon Diggs made a move on him. And yeah, you heard that correct, man. Let's take a look at this clip.
My pupils were so big, my eyes looked black. And I really couldn't explain why I felt that way. My sex drive was through the roof. I'm trying to really pinpoint, what did I do? Shortly thereafter, we ended up in the car, two-seater Porsche, just us. And I said it to say it's not a lot of space. He talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he only left with you.
He left with me, but at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. I don't know if he's shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't speak. I don't know. So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck, you that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house? And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how horny and sexually stimulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself. And I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you put that up? Like, what are you doing? And he reach over to me like, man, come on. And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he trying to like laugh and I put that shit up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his, put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird. Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase, I make a right. It's a very long hallway. I speed walk down this hallway, damn near run down this hallway, but not like I'm running for my life. I'm trying to keep things.
Chris claims that he was actually drugged. He says that Stefon gave him some candy, then his sex drive went through the roof. That's what started everything, right? Is it true? Who knows? But I know that Cardi B and JT's recent back and forth has a lot to do with this. Chris did the podcast. Cardi B's album was out, and the JT diss dropped in one of the verses. And JT decided to come to the internet after she saw both the diss and the video of Chris. And this is when things get back and forth. So the verse Cardi B diss JT in is right here. And let's see what she said real quick. So it starts off with her just going off on her, talking about she's hating, ungrateful, and how she kicks her friends when she's down. Basically a whole bunch of just, back and forth action. And then the second verse is when she brings up Lil Uzi, right? Let's just skip down to the second verse, fourth line. It says, my nigga cheat, but I don't stick no dildos in his ass, bitch, ha ha. So basically she's trying to say that Lil Uzi Vert is gay and JT's man is gay, right? So JT hit the net and she started off with a tweet that said this. She says, Cardi B baby father is a gay man, not because of how he dressed or expresses himself, but because Chris said it out his mouth. Justice for Chris, I stand with the gays. And she was replying, or somebody had shared it and replied and said, I hate when men allege assault, it never gets taken serious, so I'm glad you're speaking up. So they really trying to pin this on him, right? They trying to pin this on that boy Stefon Diggs, that he made a move on Blake Griffith. So JT didn't stop there. She seen the Glock Topic post that has the Blake Griffith details and the link, and she shares it, and she tagged the Patriots because Stefon Diggs plays for them. She tagged CNN, she tagged Cardi B, she tagged Donald Trump, she tagged Chart Data, she tagged Atlanta Records, Payola, and Mexico. Now, the reason she tagged Payola, everybody's suspecting because it has something to do with Cardi B's album sales, and they think that her label might be buying album sales, basically. But that's a whole nother topic. And before we get off it, though, she did have one tweet about it. Get back to scamming. And then she replied to them and said, Are you talking about similar to how Ugly B is scamming album sales? So basically right there at the end it says how Ugly B is scamming album sales, right? So basically basically JT suspecting that her label's buying album sales or however that works. So Cardi B then responded to JT with a tweet. So Cardi B, she decided to say this: I want justice for them babies. Your man make you abort every time. Ask what he told me about how he felt when he wanted to see Brit in that courtroom and she didn't show up. Or do I need to play the audio? And don't let me say what he was saying about Rock Nation. Just ungrateful. And then she proceeds to drop the receipts of Lil Uzi talking to her. And Lil Uzi actually sent her the receipts of JT actually finding out that he was talking to Cardi B. So let's take a look at this real quick. So let's just see. The top of this one says, so I'm pretty sure it's JT typing in the blue and Uzi in the black, just so y'all can keep track. But it starts off with someone saying, I don't want to come up there sick and moody, and then you get mad and curse me out, then I beat you up. It's too much. But I think Lil Uzi is the one that responded, because then it says, I want because I invited you to. And then they replied, I have to work. Come here. I'll come after we leave Miami if we still like each other. And then it says, you think I ever been through this? Be honest. I love this shit. You love me? And then they said, LMAO, you retarded. You make me evil. I don't act like this. And then what Lil Uzi said, you mad at me, yeah, but it's just because you pregnant. So basically telling her that she's emotional because she was pregnant. Now flash forward to the next message that Cardi B posted. It's the receipts of JT basically finding out. Lil Uzi said, no, I didn't. And then JT says, you did that shit to make her feel good. I understand. And she said, I go so hard for you. I would never turn on you for a nigga, ever. And then she says, man, Uzi, with a broken heart. And then she said, why you pretend to care about me? And then they blurred out the rest, right? But Cardi B wasn't done trolling. She posted 2 pictures of Lil Uzi Vert where he's holding up purses and says, itch, this your man? You got bigger fish to fry, with a laughy face. And they got 11 million views. JT was quick to reply back. She gonna say, yes, my man does this. Minds his business, works hard, takes care of his family, inspired his generation, and doesn't snatch ass. His style is what made him Lil Uzi. We are talking about Chris right now. Focus. So she told her, we talking about Chris, girl. Back to the topic. And Cardi B decided to respond one last time. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, this is why the album is called Am I the Drama? Good night, everybody. So the last tweet was basically to promote her album. Her Twitter rant ended after that. So what do y'all think? Why is it came down to females fighting about whose man is a homosexual? I don't understand how that's even a convo. But 2025, shit has changed and we see shit all the time. People wearing dresses with girlfriends, so this ain't surprising. Just crazy how it got brought up to the internet that Stefon Diggs could now be facing a sexual harassment charge. Or even just crazy that his name's being played with or shamed like this. So we gonna wait and see. We're gonna see if the truth comes out, or if it doesn't. But if it does, then we're going to see if he had any altercation like this. And if he didn't, then hopefully his fans and everyone see it through. But these allegations are crazy, especially when you had a baby a few months ago and you have another one on the way currently. Now, people have been suspecting Lil Uzi is swinging both ways, though. We all know that. But nobody has really ever accused Stefon Diggs of anything like this. I don't really believe it. But people are saying that it's 100% true from what they know about Stefon. But I don't know him enough. So drop a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe while y'all here. And man, we're going to catch y'all on the next one.